We know that politics is a strife of interest, disguising as a contest of principles. The APC National Convention may have come and gone, regardless, but the emergence of a new chairman and secretary has set tongues wagging, especially from the opposition camp. The presidency has sharply disagreed or justified the emergence of former key members of the PDP as officials of the National Working Committee, NWC, of the ruling APC. Perhaps you know that both Senator Abdulahi Adamu, former Nasarawa State Governor, and Senator lyiola Omisore, former Osun Deputy Governor, are former ex-PDP men who defected to the ruling party. Now, presidential spokesman Garba Shehu said the PDP's assertion that those who quit the party could not hold positions in another party was tame, and that both men are repentant sinners. Well, but it's not laughing matter. They are repented.
You cannot chase them away. They are part and parcel of the party, and they have every right, like any other party, to come on board and vie for positions. That they won is a testimony to the level of politics that they are capable of as politicians. That should not be an issue. But we've always known throughout history that there are certain level of give and take that you must use basically as a tool to get results. And we know the role that the NPDP, those who came on board very late,
the so-called new PDP,
played in, of course, installing this government in 2015. So they have the right to contest, and they won by popular voice votes.
Jide, can we look at the statement, in politics, there are no permanent friends, no permanent enemies, playing out here, but permanent interests?
I think that, first and foremost, Nigerian politicians are not ideological. Politics in Nigeria, there is hardly any difference between the APC and the PDP. This is, if someone can move, if a thoroughbred reactionary element, a thoroughbred conservative can move to the APC and afterwards begins to call himself a progressive, that's a joke taken too far. The truth is, members have been moving, oscillating from one party to another, from APC to PDP and back to the PDP or vice versa. That's the way it's been. Most of the big people, apart from people like Sule Lamido, who had been in the PDP from the beginning till today, was a foundation member of the PDP. He was there when the concern of the party was being written. You know? He has never left the party. There are not many people like him. The same can be said of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for example. He had been in the Alliance for Democracy. He has never joined the PDP. You understand?
Yeah.
But there are people who have been, the PDP has remained one. It had never transmuted to another party. Like we've seen the Action Congress of Nigeria, ACN, you know, join forces to form APC.
Yeah.
The PDP had always been there. It had never transmogrified into another party. And there are people who had been there since the party was formed.
Yeah.
So we like to see people stay true to their principles, you know, and behave in line with the ideology of their political movement or their political parties. Well, that's not what we see in Nigeria. Anybody can move from party A to party B. And at the end of the day, you look at the party and say this is a party of progressives, a party already diluted by some ultra conservatives who have joined it in large numbers. Some of them just glory seekers, not people who mean well for the ordinary people. Glory seekers. That's what we are seeing. For me, I do not see anything wrong in people joining the APC the way they are joining them. But what I see wrong,
other organizations.
What I see wrong that played out at this convention is a situation in which the APC has not found a very, very good way of rewarding people who had been loyal to it, who had kept faith with it over the years, who had sacrificed their time, their blood, their money, you know. So when someone joins the party, and in a matter of a couple of months, he can join the party, allow him to contest an election. I can hunt for you, for example, if I know that you coming to our party can help us to win a seat. You understand?
Yeah.
It's different to what we have seen here, whereby these are just party elective positions. And you are now giving people who had not been in the party for more than 2 months an opportunity to supplant other people who had been there for years. And you are doing that, you call it consensus. It's not even, it's not as if they voted. You understand? It's consensus that you called it, and you brought people who had just joined the party, rewarded them over and above people who had sacrificed for the party for years. Those are the things that drove some people to tears. You see, when you see adults, a fully grown man, crying like a baby on the APC podium, these are the things that drive people to tears, because they will now be asking themselves, what's going on? We've sacrificed for this party, we've fought for this party, but see what is going, see what is happening.
Like
they are the ones favored.
Like the member from the southeast.
Yes.
He
Look, there were many other people who burst into tears behind behind the curtain that we didn't see. There were people, even people contested for chairman, or the position of chairman, who left immediately. You know, they had to come out for people to say, okay, to see that indeed they had stepped down.
Yeah, that's it.
Once he was through with that, he just left. He left the arena. There are people like that who left the arena straight, because they could not, the pain was indescribable.
Yeah.
So party elective positions, I don't think that newcomers, that is the best place to reward newcomers. If you have a newcomer you know is capable of winning the election for you, you can let them contest. I can say that many of the PDP, APC governors were people who failed, who did not, who were not given a chance at PDP primaries.
Which made them
then they joined the party. They joined the APC. And APC constitution at that allowed people to contest, because they were bent on feeding from the crisis in the PDP. Yeah. They allowed them to contest, you know, in spite of how they were just coming to the party. And they won for the party. Atiku Bagudu, for example, or Tom, for example, they had just joined the party in a matter of a few days. And the party allowed them,
and they pulled their weight.
The party made them their standard bearer, and they won the election. You know, that's different. It's like you hire a player because you know he can win for you. You know, but these are party positions. This is the grassroots, the base, the party positions. You now reward somebody who is just joining the party with one of the with a party position. Other people had been there who had struggled. So that one is wrong. But in the true sense of the word, you will see people who have been in APC, now in PDP, people who have been PDP.
I'm back again.
Yeah, back. Some of them go and come back, you know. So it's not really a new thing. And I don't think there's anything anybody can do to stop people, you know, defecting.
GKB, mine is ideology is missing here. And more than anything else, we're looking at consensus politics taking root in my country, your country?
I would like to start because when Jude was talking, I was just trying to remember how often the progressives have really won, let me use that word, in the context of Nigerian history. And apart from 2015, they never did. Every time the progressives come together, because it seems to me that the reality we face in Nigeria is that conservatives are not better politicians in terms of service delivery, better politicians in terms of
playing the
ability
game
to know when to strike. Remember what happened in 1999 when the Southwest, who were meant to be the beneficiaries of the new order, were dilly-dallying on which party to form, and they were running away from one party because there was an Abacha man, to run to another party, there was an Abacha man. The progressives until 2015 have not been able to get their act together. And it has shown in the last few years that they've really not learned the lesson that you cannot use ideology.
Are they really progressives?
The one who are truly progressives, who truly believe in democracy. Like I said, conservatives have never pretended. They know what they want, they go after it. That's why PDP was such a colossus in 1999, because it was basically defined by the symbol, the umbrella. Basically, the military men saying, we are leaving, we want a national party. But we cannot get progressives to unite on 2015, and they messed up that opportunity by allowing this to happen.
Okay, sorry, we are joined by Femi. Femi is in Abuja. Femi, good evening to you.
Good evening,
Yeah.
everybody in the studio.
Welcome.
How are you doing today?
Yep.
I'm fine.
Baba, today my greetings.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, one of the reasons why I think we're having this kind of a problem today in our politics, as Riley said, is not the system is not designed to reward those who are loyal to the systems, those who can sacrifice. You just see somebody from somewhere and it just becomes somebody without even know where they are coming from. I expected that the so-called CPC in the North should be able to have had a meeting with the Mr. President prior to the conventions and say, Mr. President, we have been loyal with you, we have been your follower. This is the only sitting governors that we have who brought on the table for negotiation for APC merger, which is Makura. He's the only sitting governor with the 3 senators from the Nasarawa state. And suddenly, we just see the magic, the rumor is going to be from NPDP reward, and I don't know, but I think it's just a wrong message the political system has been to pass forward, that it doesn't matter where your loyalty lies, all what you need is someone somewhere with commanding and can decide.
Thank you, Femi. Thank you, Femi. We got you first time. Judy, but my worry here in all of this, not much attention is paid to the elector, the ordinary, everyday man on the street.
This is not their own stuff. This is party elective positions that they are sharing amongst themselves. What is it? I get the point that you are making.
Yeah.
For me, that ordinary person that you are talking about
is what you have from the sidelines.
Should have a role to play in who he emerges as his leader. You understand? This is his party. This is a party that he is loyal to. He should have greater say in decision making as it affects this party. But we are a group of governors, and Mr. President simply decide that, okay, these are the people. Yeah, about 78 party positions up for grabs. Yet, the ordinary APC members, card-carrying members, that they've been boasting that they have more than 40 million of them, they had no say in picking more than 70 people.
Of those
70 elected positions, you didn't give them a chance to vote. In my view, consensus, as I said yesterday does not mean unanimity. And we saw that play, that people were bursting into tears like little babies there. Yes, the bearded man from Ibadan was also aggrieved, but he must have felt himself too old to burst into tears over
on the podium, yeah.
But his anger was unmistakable. So a system that leaves such loopholes, that leaves such gaps, that leave a lot of bad blood should not be encouraged, because this is what breeds disunity, and for me, disloyalty to the party cause, because the people will now feel despondent. Look, somebody came 3 months ago, they made him an ESCO member of the party, and I've been there for years. In fact, there are people who had badmouthed the APC, people who had abused the APC, called APC all kinds of names. They are the people who enjoy the party. One minister, somebody today is a minister who cannot win election on current form in his state. His state is not far away from somebody's state here. Now, that same person called APC a drug. Remember that old drug like cafenol and that was what he was calling the APC. Today, there are the people enjoying the party. Those who truly labored, risked their lives.
All right, Jide. But I know that even as we speak, a lot of belly aching is going on. So
at every level.
And
the system allowed it. Allowed for belly aching. Let everyone be happy. Do something that's transparent.
I know delegates who are crying when they called me on the phone because they were there to vote. They once said, please, all I wanted to do was vote. I know we will lose. But we just want to make a statement that we voted for this person and he lost. But we are not even allowed to do that. It is that
which provokes the question of internal democracy across the
man went all the way from his state to go and vote for a candidate he knew would lose.
All right, we must go on.
Dictatorship.